Okay, here we go with the with this setup here with this remote controlled antenna. These are the two power supplies, the 12 volt and the 5 volt power supplies that power these things. They're little tiny things and they don't cost much. And here are the two power controllers for the motors, one for the X and one for the Y. The X and the Y controllers and the little motor, the one that I showed you, it was $19.95 for both of them, so they're $10 each. That's not too bad. And this is what they call a breakout board. This is what distributes the parallel port, like your printer port, signals over to the controllers, and then the controllers send the signals over to the motor and what it's supposed to do. Now this right here is a UC100. That's the most expensive thing going. It's about $100 for one of these. It converts a parallel port to USB. Anyhow, there you go. Now, your little gear apparatus is back there in the back, behind there. Let me see if I can get this thing over here where key with a granite base on it. Kind of hard to get it to move. All right, there you go. There's your little apparatus back there in the corner, and that's how it's doing little gear things and rotating that capacitor. That's the dynamic grounding capacitor. Kind of helps it tune in a little bit better. Now here's the main coil that I showed you, and this is how it works. See, I can go down and I can go up the coil. Now I didn't want to have to use big monstrous clamps like that, but it just seemed like there was no other way. Now here's the neat thing about it. This is the Mach 3 program here. Now what I can do with this Mach 3 program is I can find out where the coil is supposed to be for 20 meters, 40, 80, 160, and I can make up a very little simple text file that tells the X and the Y, the coil and the capacitor, where to go. And by just installing that program and say run, the coil and the capacitor will go back to that spot that I found earlier was a sweet spot for that particular band. They give you an idea. To give you an idea how that works, let me load a G code here. We'll load Roadrunner top. Open. Okay, there's your Roadrunner diagram, and there are the codes there. Okay, now I will tell it to start the cycle. See, now what it will do is over here it is running the capacitor around and around, trying to get it to that spot, and it's also running the coil, trying to get it to the spot. See? Yeah, hang on a minute, Sherry. So anyway, that's how the whole thing works, and I've just gotten the dinner call. Bye.